We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thịnh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh. Thịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát tư lý khổ đạc lạc, tốc chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sa Đàn Thổ Sư Chế Đô Ye Ở Lại Hội Đi San Miao San Bồ Tô Xế. Nam mô Tát Đắc Tha Tô Ya Đa Ya La Ha Đế Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Tọa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it, about to fathom and thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa, bai jian wan jie nan zao yu, wo jin jian wen de shou qi, yuan jie ru lai zhen shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, great Master Ching Liang, great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good advisors, Emitofuo. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại Sư và Thượng Thiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, Ching Liang Đa Sư, Sư Phụ Sang Rần, Cơ Wei Chu Cha Rần, Cơ Wei Shan Chư Sư, Emitofuo. Hello everyone, today is the 15th of May 2022. We are here in Wei Mountain Temple to continue discussing the first chapter of the Avatamsaka Sutra. Welcome and thank you all for coming. We have some new people here, so I'd like to remind them what our operations is like. Có mọi người mới tới, thành ra cho phép thầy giới thiệu. We speak Dharma regularly for the last 16 years. 16 năm qua, thầy cuối tuần nào cũng nói Pháp. On average, I spoke about several hours of Dharma every single week. Mỗi tuần nói giảng Pháp 7-8 tiếng cho đại chúng. That's for the general public, but also I spoke a lot of Dharma while training my disciples. Đó là chưa tính những cái thời gian mà nói Pháp cho đệ tử thầy nghe. Okay. So because we have a Sangha here that it took us 15-16 years to train. 15 năm qua đã đào tạo nhiều cái người xuất gia rồi, and that's why we are today. We are here today because the people keep on increasing, and that's why even though I'm very lazy by nature, I had to respond and try to accommodate your needs. Tính thầy là lười, sợ không thích làm việc, nhưng đều tại vì nhiều người tới quá, nhiều người đi tu, nhiều người xuất gia, nhiều người muốn tu hành, thành ra thầy phải tùy thuận chúng sanh mà làm việc nhiều hơn, chứ thì ra không thích làm đâu. So the same thing when we speak Dharma, như lúc mình giảng Pháp cũng vậy. Is a typical temple, either they cater to the Vietnamese, the Chinese, to the Sri Lankan, to the Thai and so forth. Chùa thường người ta chỉ lo cho cái đại chúng người ta nói một tiếng thôi, tiếng gì đó, tiếng Tích Lan, tiếng Thái Lan, tiếng Tàu, tiếng Việt này nọ. But our temple is very strange. We have a lot of people in different languages. Để cái chùa mình nói đủ thứ tiếng hết. Okay, and once I was at Lưu Mountain Temple. The smaller temple close by here. Trước ở cái chùa Lưu Sơn Tự, gần đây nè, chút xíu. And one time I was eating lunch with everyone, and I realized there's like 4 groups of people. Lúc ăn trưa đó, để ý thấy có 4 cái nhóm. The 4 groups are speaking different languages. 4 nhóm nói chuyện với nhau. For my sangha, we spoke English. Okay, nhóm thầy nói cho mấy người xuất gia, thầy nói tiếng Anh. And then there's a Vietnamese group, there's a Korean group, there's a Chinese group as well. Okay, có nhóm tiếng Đại Hàn, có tiếng Tàu, tiếng Việt. Okay, and occasionally something in Spanish as well. So that's why we have multiple translations, and the purpose is that for you to ask questions live. Cái quan điểm là cho quý vị có cơ hội thông dịch ngay lập tức, để quý vị có cơ hội để mà hỏi câu hỏi. Okay. Muốn hỏi cái gì cũng được, lúc nào cũng được hết. Tại vì lúc thầy đi tu đó, ao ước được hỏi thôi. Chứ những cái thắc mắc quá mà hỏi ai được hết. Hỏi mấy ông thầy cứng họng. Hỏi ông thầy sư phụ, thì ông thầy sư phụ đã chết rồi. And when I was cultivating, I had so many questions. And I asked my senior Dharma brothers. They couldn't answer my questions, which made me very, very disappointed. Okay, because my master, when he died, he promised me that the senior disciples would be training me and training us on his behalf. And if he died early, I don't blame him. But for people not to be able to train next generation of people like me, I was disappointed because I would not want to waste my life. Okay, and my master is dead, so it's not much I can do. Can't ask him questions. Anyway, so feel free to ask questions, please. Thành hy vọng quý vị cứ thắc mắc gì cứ hỏi gì cũng được, lúc nào cũng được. Okay, we are in chapter 1 of the Avatamsaka Sutra. We're on slide 479. We're talking about right now the who's who of the universe. And when the Buddha spoke the Avatamsaka Sutra, all the big shots in the world had to show up. And if you are anyone who is important at all in this universe, and that's why the title of the chapter is the rulers of the world. They are wondrous adornments or rulers of the world. So this chapter here tells us about the who's who of our universe and how adorned the adornments they are. The kinds of adornments that reflect the result of their cultivation. Okay, so when you cultivate a certain Dharma doors, they will end up creating this adornment for you when you accomplish your cultivation. I assure you, when they talk about wondrous adornments, it's for the Mahasattvas and for the Buddhas. It's not for low-level people like us. So you see, so is this chapter 1 here, when I first started learning Mahayana, I was disappointed because it's boring. I list out names after name after name after names. And no one really explained to me why. Okay, so now I have my turn to explain the sutra to you. I try to fill in more information I didn't have before. It bothered me. I used to, I really was annoying to me to sit through, for months on this sutra. Okay, because at my master's temple, you get to hear it once. And once a week, and it would take months to go through one chapter. And so for all this time here, you sit there and you really have no idea what, it's so boring, okay? And you really are none the wiser at all. And so to me, it's not a good use of my time, unfortunately. And so here, you see now there's something, 479, there's some ruling spirit, mountain ruling spirit called universal eye, seeing the manifest, okay? And this particular mountain ruling spirit here has a wisdom eye that contemplate and manifests in the world, okay? So this and will help living being bring forth a Bodhi mind. So his cultivation process was focused upon contemplating worldly events and then worldly phenomena, and then he understands them so that he can use that wisdom to encourage living beings to bring forth the Bodhi mind, convince these living beings that to pursue Buddhahood is the most rewarding endeavor in your lifetime. 480, and mountain ruling spirit secret Vajra eyes.
金刚密眼主山神。
481, the commentary. Vajra here is indestructible, okay? The Vajra is the hardest substance. The Vajra is a substance that you will have forged successfully after you become enlightened. So the Buddhist cultivation process, okay, is that it leads you to the accomplishment of seeing your Buddha nature. At that time, then your Buddha, your nature becomes Vajra. Okay, and this Vajra here is the hardest substance in the entire universe, meaning that our competition, the demons, also have a very hard substance, very, very hard. However, it can not destroy Vajra. On the other hand, Vajra can destroy their hardest substance. I don't know what the hardest substance is called, whatever they call it in their world. They call it some sort of demonic names, okay? But I did try to use Vajra to fight their demonic substance, and we destroyed them. So that's why my first-hand experience has been to realize that our Vajra is much harder than theirs. They cannot. And this is why we are not afraid of demons. There's no need to be afraid of demons. Okay? Because the weaker, the demons will have to revert to subterfuge, to tricks, to trickery, and to thievery, but they cannot meet us head on. There is no way for them to stop us. Okay, so these Vajra eyes, secret Vajra eyes, it can contemplate the 10 directions. 482. These and others acted as leaders of a countless number of mountain ruling spirits, and they all had obtained the pure eye regarding all dharmas.
如是等而为上首，其数无量，皆于诸法得清净眼。
Okay, so these above, just before that, the sutra listed in this short version only 10 mountain ruling spirits. As representatives of countless mountain ruling spirits. In other words, just a reminder, these spirits are the spirits that rule the mountains in the universe. So probably mountains of a whole galaxy and many galaxies and so forth. And they are basically are mahasattvas who manifest as ruling spirit, mountain ruling spirits. And they all had amassed the pure Dharma eye, meaning they can discern and penetrate all Dharmas. Why they call pure Dharma eye regarding all Dharmas? Does anyone have any clue? Is why they're called? They have the pure Dharma eye. Yes.
There's a YouTube question.
Yes.
So GF Daniel asks, do we build affinities with these spirits and bodhisattvas by simply listening to their names?
Absolutely. And when you listen to the names, then you create an affinity with them. You know of them, okay? And that creates an affinity so that in the future, you probably will be able to gain some help, get some help from them. So absolutely, this is why we listen to sutras, and this is why we list out these names for your sake, because first of all, it helps you be aware of the fact that the universe is very well organized. It's the reason there's no chaos in the universe is because there are rulers who enforce order and the rules. And furthermore, these are very powerful individuals, so you hear of them, and therefore you have affinity with these beings. So what are pure Dharma eye regarding all Dharmas? What does it mean? Anyone has any idea why they mention pure Dharma eye? Pure eye regarding all Dharmas. Yes, 9.
Master, since there are mahasattvas and bodhisattvas, they aren't tainted with any ego or attachment, so they see the dharmas as they are.
Okay. The why pure? You can have the eye, open your eye, and you see. So why do you have to add the word pure? Anyone? It's pure in Buddhism. It's pure because it's free of the 3 poisons of greed, anger, and stupidity. So we have this pure Dharma eyes, meaning of regarding all Dharmas, meaning that whatever they look at, all Dharma here, whatever they look at, whether it's a car, a boat, or a helicopter, or rockets, or drones. I'm obsessed with the war going on right now. And money and gold and cryptocurrencies and so forth. Whatever you look at, women, houses and so forth, clothing, designer clothes and so forth. Whatever they look at, they are not greedy for them. When look at people come and yell at them and criticize them, slander them, and they're not upset, they're not angry at all, okay? And when they look at things, they don't give rise to stupid thoughts of confusion, okay? And so that's why they're called pure. Pure eye, meaning that wherever they look at, will not give rise to those thoughts of greed, of anger, and stupidity inside of them. That's how pure they are. All right? Meaning they have the wisdom is complete. Because bodhisattvas themselves, they may be bodhisattvas, they may be enlightened. However, they still have attachments. They still have some weaknesses. Okay? So that's why when you say that, this is a reminder of you, these are not typical bodhisattvas. These are mahasattvas, Buddhas, and so forth, that manifest, disguise themselves as mountain ruling spirits. And this is the betrayal, the pure eye regarding all dharmas. This is a telltale sign that they are so pure. They have no greed, no anger, no stupidity when they look at anything at all in this universe. Anything at all. Okay? That means that look at yourself. When you look at yourself, you listen to this, you look at yourself, what am I still attached to? That's why I don't have the pure Dharma eye. Okay? As long as you have attachments to. Okay? You're worried about your looks. Anyone who's not afraid of the lines on your forehead, the wrinkles, the, what do you call this? Huh? No. The whatever, the bear claws, whatever. Huh? Crow's feet. Thank you. It's been a while. Crow's feet. Okay? Aren't you worried that you have these crow's feet are permanent? They get worse and worse every year, huh? Or the women, they look at themselves in the mirror and when they do the makeup in the morning, they say, oh my God, I have another line on my forehead. They're afflicted, okay? So this is what happens to us. We have attachments, okay? And these mountain ruling spirits, they are spirits, okay? They may be the royalties of mountain rulers, but they actually are free from desires, from anger, and from stupidity. Okay, that's why. Okay, 44, and this is a common comment from Master YongHua. He says, lecturing sutras here, the sutra is very long, therefore not one person can explain it all. It's not true. He ended up explaining the sutra in 10 years, which is a record. And he had to maybe explain it up to 5 times, meaning up to 10 hours per day, okay, just to make sure he could finish it, okay? So he says, so that's why sometimes the Master YongHua says, sometimes I don't want to explain it, I want to take a break. My disciples can take turn to explain it. I think they tried it, and it wasn't very well received. Okay, so he ended up having to explain everything himself. And he says, but when it's a good drill for you, when you speak Dharma, okay, you have to you prepare, and this is what I recommend for you as well. Right now, I am still able to have the energy to explain sutras and speak Dharma to you. I see myself doing this for another 10, 20 years. So you have time, so that I give you time to prepare for your own lectures. I started a long time ago. When I was a novice monk, I was planning on lecturing sutras because that's what my master taught us. Okay, monks are supposed to lecture on sutras. So we were advised to pick a big sutra, one important Mahayana sutra, and specialize in researching it and studying it. So we started very young in my generation. So that's why I'm reminding you. 3rd generation American Mahayana masters, you need to get started. You need to prepare yourself to lecture in sutras, because this is what monks and nuns are supposed to do. I don't discriminate between monks and nuns. Okay, once you become enlightened, there's no difference between men and women. Okay, you both are able to lecture in sutras. All right, so that's why I highly recommend that you begin to prepare mentally, to prepare to lecture on sutras. Okay, that's part of our obligations as monks and nuns. For lay people, I don't care if you lecture sutras or not. It's not that important to me personally. Okay. Any questions or comments? Okay, we're at the end of the first file. Okay, and now we look to following more of these rulers. Okay, this looks like the right file. They gave me the wrong file this morning, so I couldn't prepare. Okay, 9. Moreover, there was an inconceivable number of forest ruling spirits.
复有不可思议数主灵神。
Okay, just before this group was the mountain ruling spirits. Okay, now we zoom in from mountains. Within mountains, there's forests. Now we have forest ruling spirits. And you see, even forests have rulers. 11. Specifically, they were forest ruling spirit spreading flowers like clouds.
所谓不华如云主灵神。
This ruling spirit here can rain flowers like clouds as an offering. Okay, so this forest ruling spirit got to where she is by making offerings of flowers to the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Okay. 13. Forest ruling spirit helping trunks grow tall and pouring forth light.
卓干疏光主灵神。
So this forest ruling spirit provides the energy for trees to grow, especially for trunks to grow taller and then emit light. This is why that when you look for these tall trees, the trees grow taller because they have the qi underneath them that nurture them. Okay, so that they can grow taller and taller and taller, and that's this is a requirement for tree to grow really, really tall. That's why when we practice Chan, we love to go to places where we practice. We'd love to go to places where there are lots of tall trees. Okay, I love to go to the Sequoia National Forest. Those sequoia trees have tremendous qis. Okay. The qi, that energy from on the ground that rises. So because when you meditate, okay, your meditation process is that you focus your energy in your dandian first, and then the energy will rise. Okay, as its main column in your spine. Okay, so it rise up along that line. So that's why when you meditate in an area where there's lots of strong qi, then the qi will help you build up your qi a lot faster. And then when your qi rises, it also rises along with the qi from outside as well. So those places are very, very conducive to good meditation. Similarly, I went to Korea recently, and I went to some temple. I saw how wonderful those temples are to meditate because they have very, very strong qi. This is a secret for us, people who practice Chan. We love to go to places where the qi are strong to practice. What if you cannot find places that have strong qis? Then hang around with people who are kung fu is much higher than you. Then you draw near these people, your chi will rise as quickly as well. Sometimes even quicker than the chi from the earth. Okay, and not only does the spirit help the trunks grow taller, it also emits light. 15, forest ruling spirit producing sprouts and emitting radiance.
生芽发耀主灵神。
16, and this spirit here, it helps produce sprouts and emit light, so it helps the tree to grow and spread themselves, and at the same time emit light as well. So the light, the emitting of light draws living beings. Okay, living beings are drawn to light. 17, forest ruling spirit, auspicious pure leaves.
吉祥敬业主灵神。
And the spirit here is very auspicious. Okay, so when you draw near this spirit, good things happen to you, and the leaves are pure. 19, forest ruling spirit, overhanging resplendent treasury.
垂布燕藏主灵神。
Now the spirit here, his specialty is to help make trees, foliages hang down like canopy, and they are resplendent. Okay. 21, forest ruling spirit, pure radiance.
清净光明主灵神。
The spirit here makes the forest clean and free of defilements and emit light. So the spirit keep the forest clean. And I just make fun of you, just because I'm still shocked when I got it back here. I walked in my house, and within half an hour, my feet are black. And I was in Korea for 5 weeks. I never had to wash my feet, and they still, because I look at my feet every day, so wow, it's so clean. I don't need to go wash them. The Koreans are obsessed with cleanliness. It's amazing. They're always cleaning. After we're done with our cheese at the Jewel Mountain Temple, then automatically a few of them stayed behind. They sacrificed their time. Most of them left, but some chose to stay behind. What for? To help clean the temple. Okay, so I said, forget it, don't clean the temple. I said, why not? I said, because after I leave, no one comes to the temple anymore. There's no point in cleaning it and for it to get dirty again. No one's gonna know. So, but the Koreans, they don't get it. I don't understand. Why are you so obsessed about cleaning? When no one's there, why bother cleaning? I just don't get it. Anyway, so I took them out to eat or something, go outside to eat because they work hard already for the entire week doing the 4-chi. So we went outside to eat, and he came back. I said, don't clean. And guess what? They cleaned. They did the cleaning anyway. It's obsession to me. 23, forest ruling spirit, delightful thunder sound.
可意雷音主灵神。
So this spirit here has a voice booming like thunder, inspiring respect and fear. So that's how he practiced. His practice when he spoke Dharma. Okay, his voice Her voice is like thunder, inspiring respect and fear. Or it could be not just speaking Dharma, but also doing ceremonies. We'll have to raise our standards for doing ceremonies. One is yawning and the other is snoring. Yes, one.
I believe there is a mistake on in the way to write resplendent.
Resplendent, yes.
I already looked it up and it's an L after the P, and it's called resplendent. Is that possible?
Yeah, right. You're right. There's a L missing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fix it. Thank you. Okay. Very good. So where were we? The light here. Okay. I was about to make a comment. I forgot what comment I wanted to make. Anyway, it's not important. 25. Force, ruling spirit, pervasive glow and perfume.
光香普遍主灵神。
So interestingly, these force ruling spirits seems to specialize in light. You see, there seems to be a common thread. They emit light, okay, and then they also emit fragrance as well. Okay, so they appear to light, okay, it's appealing to living beings, but also this particular force ruling spirit here also practices purity as well. So that's why it has perfume and fragrance. Because when you pure, when you practice purity, when you're a pure person, actually you emit fragrance. It is said, I'm told, by many Master Hsuan disciples. Occasionally, they can smell Master Hsuan's body emitting fragrance. Okay, so that's a sign of purity. 27. Force ruling spirit, wondrous light, unique and sparkling.
妙光迥耀主灵神。
Okay, another light, another thing that light, but this particular light here is very, very unique and sparkling. Yeah, not just light, it's unique light. You can tell it's different, and it's also sparkles. And force ruling spirit, luster and flavor of flowers and fruits.
华果光味主灵神。
Interesting. Again, it's light, and also particularly not just light, they also have flavor of flowers and fruits. Okay, so the common thread again is light. 31. These and others acted as leaders of an inconceivable number of force ruling spirits, and they all had limitless, delightful, bright light.
如是等而为上首，不思艺术，皆有无量可爱光明。
Okay, 32. So these are among the countless leaders of the force ruling spirits, meaning these are the kings of the force ruling spirits. And yes, spirits have kings too. And They rule over other forest ruling spirits. These leaders here have limitless, delightful, and bright light. Yeah. Okay, next group, 33. Now it's medicine ruling spirits. 34. Moreover, there were countless medicine ruling spirits.
复有无量主要神。
Okay, in charge of medicinal herbs. And you see, these are important part of our world, medicinal herbs. So therefore, because it's important to life of living beings, they must be ruled over, must be kept in check. 36, specifically, they were medicine ruling spirit auspicious.
所谓吉祥主要神。
37, auspicious medicine. Never heard of it before until today. So, example, licorice, okay, can cure all sorts of poisons and toxins. Why are they called auspicious medicine? Can someone help us out? Anyone who knows about herbal medicine? Internet people, help us out. Why is it called auspicious medicine? To me, auspicious, I associate auspiciousness with winning at in Vegas, but never associated with medicine. Why? Okay, maybe someday we'll find out. What happened? Korea. I have a disciple who's a new disciple who's an acupuncturist and herbal medicine doctor in Korea. That's almost the same as a doctor, I'm told, in terms of importance, social status. Is she there? No one? Okay, Korea. Okay. Oh, yeah. When I was there, the temples were full, and over here, the temple is empty. Now I'm back here, the temple is still empty over here, and over there, the temples are empty as well. So sad. And the people who are here are snoring. Auspicious types of medicine. I don't know what that is. Someone help us out, please. 38. Medicine ruling spirit, Chandana forest.
旃檀林主要神。
Chandana is one of those very sought after fragrance. Chandana is a sandalwood, wonderfully fragrant, can cure pain in the heart and not sure. Okay. Before Anna corrects me. And the Chandana is such a precious commodity. That's why it has its own ruling spirit. You see that? Only things that are important, of great value, would you have ruling spirits. Okay? 40. Medicine ruling spirit, pristine radiance.
清净光明主要神。
Now this guy emits radiance. So pristine, he has relief for heat, illnesses, and afflictions. Seriously? Pristine. Okay. It's too bad we don't have any one of you who's a herbal medicine doctor. It would be so cool to learn more about this. We should. Okay, that's Hyojung. Yeah, that's her name. Hyojung. That's my acupuncturist disciple. New acupuncturist. Maybe she can help us understand these better. Pristine, relief for heat illnesses and afflictions. Okay? Afflictions are associated, by the way, with heat illnesses. You got that? So that's why in Eastern herbal medicine, when you have heat illnesses, then you use medicine to cool your body down. 42. Medicine ruling spirit, universal renown.
名称普文主要神。
So this spirit here is very well known, in charge of ginseng. How is that? Can revitalize energy and prolong life. I brought back some red ginseng, by the way, but they're all taken. I'm sorry. The Koreans have such a nice red ginseng. Over there, actually this time here, Lily, I ate some raw ginseng because the Sunims there, they like one Sunim we know, he likes to eat the raw ginseng. And he let us try it, and it really energizes you. Yeah. And then later in our own temples, we went to his temple. He let us try the raw ginseng. He said, the root right there, and you break it and you chew it. Yeah. And then you went back to our temple, and then our cook fried some ginseng for us to eat as well. So this is in Korea. We eat a lot of ginseng. So really gives you a lot of energy. Yeah. 44. Medicine ruling spirit, shining pores.
毛孔光明主要神。
45. The hair pores emit light, and whoever shine upon will get cured. And that's what they do. And I was talking to Master YongHua disciples today, and he's telling me about this monk here who heals people. Okay, no one knows what he does. He heals a good number of people with cancer and so forth. And so this mountain ruling spirit here, you just meet with the spirit here, and you get healed by his own light that he emits. 46. Medicine ruling spirit, pervasive healing and purifying.
普智清净主要神。
47. Commentary. It cures, his spirit here cures all kinds of illnesses, dispelling heat and neutralizing poison, and thus help living beings' body and mind be purified. Healing and purifying. Okay, so it heals. He heals everywhere he goes. It's not limited by geography at all. Really, spirits are limited by distance, by geography. Spirits can go so far. And yet this medicine ruling spirit is not bound by distance, by territory at all. And he can heal anywhere. Okay, anywhere he goes, he can heal living beings and helps purify their mind. Purify the mind, meaning that reduce the mind, living beings' mind, of greed, anger, and stupidity. This is important to understand that in Buddhism, whatever I was told is today about people who heal and so forth, and it's not the big picture for Buddhism. Buddhism, the healing, the mantras, and all those things are just expedients for us to help you purify your mind. Okay? And that's the main thing. So that's why it's not that important, whatever you think in terms of the success for a temple or a monk. A monk, to me, the success, the accomplishment of a monk is not in terms of the temple size or the fame or the glory or the recognition or how many people you have, disciple you have. The success of a teacher, of a monk to me, is like Master YongHua. That is, he had so many enlightened disciples. That is the standard for me. That's the only thing that matters. Okay, that's what is impressive about him to me personally. I haven't seen that many monks who have so many distinguished and high-level disciples like Master YongHua. For example, Master Xu Yun, his predecessor, have had very few eminent disciples. Very, very few. In contrast, for example, Master Huineng, the sixth patriarch, okay, he has 20 well-known, really, really famous disciples who became Chan masters, but actually the number is actually 80 plus. Meaning that, think about it in Buddhism, only the weak ones, the weak teachers are known. Does it make sense to you? The great teachers are not known at all. Why is that? For example, Master YongHua is such a great, great teacher, one of the greatest teachers in Buddhism as far as I can remember, I can see in the horizon for hundreds of years. And he's not as well known as, what is it, that guy who teaches Pure Land, for example, he has many more disciples, okay? Or Xing Yun, whatever, okay? He has many more temples, much more money, much better known. Or Dalai Lama, he is even the most famous monk in the world, okay? Sets very high standards for fame for monks. So being the representative of Buddhism is fantastic. But Master YongHua is just like light years ahead of them. And yet he had comparatively much fewer disciples. Why is that? Why is that? It's quality over quantity, first of all. Okay? You need low-level people to take care of the masses. The pyramid gets smaller at the top. Okay? So Master YongHua took care of the top of the pyramid. Anyway, 48. Medicine ruling spirit roaring loudly.
大发吼声主要神。
See what he does. 49. The roaring sound can cure difficult to cure illnesses. Especially insanity. Can you see why? Yes, Anna. One.
Because the power of the, let's say, the roaring scares the demons or the evil on the mind that it's insane.
Precisely. Very good. Do you scare your children that way? No? Did mom ever scare you, Sabina? Yeah? She likes to think, mommy likes to think she scares you, but you are not impressed. Anna, did you try to scare her at all? No? How can you possibly teach children, your children, you don't scare them? My disciples adore me. I don't scare them at all. What? Catholics, stay out of this. Isn't that true? Very good. Yes, one.
Excuse me, Master, but I have to tell you that I've been scared of you from probably.
What are you talking about?
Yes. I think it was 2 years after I got to you temple, and then I realizing that you're not that bad, or you're just.
I'm not that bad. I mean, stop, honey. Don't make it worse. I'm not that bad. I mean, it's hardly called complimenting your master. Okay. All privileges are now revoked. Okay, so it's interesting here. It's because insanity, this is the clue here, especially insanity. So insanity, the people are insane because they are possessed by insanity ghosts. Okay? So that we know. And today we're finding out that one way to heal it is to scare the ghost away. Isn't that interesting? I always thought that you have to fight them. He's just telling us that you don't have to fight them, just scare them away. Find a way to scare them away. And one way to scare them away is to make a roaring sound. So apparently, and we ought to try this, that next time you encounter a crazy person, which are many of them here at the temple, try roaring sounds just for the purpose of scaring the insanity goes away. That's so interesting to me. I usually thought that you have to fight them and beat them up, but no, you simply scare them away with the roaring sound. Yes, Catholic. Yes. 3.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works? How do you know?
Where I work at, sometimes a lot of people with mental illness trespass the building, so I have to scream at them in order to scare them away in a sense. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
Seriously? Excuse me. You scream at insane people?
Yes.
We Buddhists would never do that.
Well,
We have compassion, man.
That's compassion.
What?
In my way, yeah.
No, you misunderstand about compassion. The Buddhists, we're very compassionate. We don't scare people away. Especially insane people. They can't help themselves. I'm making fun of him, but there's a point here. He's scaring crazy people, but he doesn't get the fact that you're scaring the ghosts. You don't scare the people. You're doing it wrong. My point here is that we can try to scare the ghosts away, but not the people. If you scare the people, they might get a heart attack or something, and you're going to be in trouble. Yes, one.
So, Master, it requires a level of samadhi power or another level of power that not all of us have in order to scare?
Absolutely. This ruling, that's a very good point. The medicine ruling spirit here has tremendous samadhi. And the difference is that this medicine ruling spirit can use his samadhi power to scare the ghosts directly, whereas the Catholic, he scared that crazy person. It's a difference. That's why I tried to point out to him that how you use it really makes a difference. He scared the people, the crazy person. This medicine ruling spirit scares the ghost. Interesting.
So, Master,
Yeah.
at the end, it's not that easy to cure insanity just by...
Yeah, if you scare the ghost away, the person is normal.
But that's a trick how you do it, right? It's not... I mean, like I said, there is something else that we need to grow into our
No, that's it.
power.
Yeah, that's it. Just when the ghost is gone, you're back to normal. It's instantaneous. And that's what the Catholics call miracles. We do it all the time. So that is no longer, it's not a big deal to us, you know. Can you imagine medicine ruling spirits? Every time he scares someone says, oh, a miracle, hallelujah. Then you spend so much time proclaiming a miracle that don't have time to heal people. "50. Medicine ruling spirit, banner of light, eclipsing the sun."
蔽日光床主要神
Okay, let's see what this spirit does. This light surpasses the light of sun and the moon, and it's like a tall and big banner, the light. Okay. 52. Medicine ruling spirit, clear vision of the 10 directions.
明见十方主要神
53. It has translucent eyes, can see all illnesses of the 10 directions, and because he can see them, in Buddhism you can see them, then you can cure them. 54. And medicine ruling spirit, replenishing energy and brightening the eyes.
意气明目主要神
55. Commentary. The particular chrysanthemums can brighten the eyes and clear the head colds, and also other herbs. Okay. Now, so I didn't know that chrysanthemums can brighten the eyes and clear the head colds. Who knew that? How are you going to use this knowledge? However, what's interesting here is that replenishing energy and brightening the eyes, replenishing the energy. As we go through our day, our energy level decreases, right? And therefore, we must find a way to replenish energy. And what's interesting is that at our temples, we stress the training of Chan, because Chan helps you develop skill to replenish your energy very, very quickly, instantaneously, if you are skilled enough. If you're low level, okay, and there's a big difference in replenishing energy at levels from 0 to 8 samadhi, where you can replenish energy on your own. It takes a bit longer, But when you get to first stage Arhat, to fourth stage, to third stage Arhat, the recovery is so much faster than lower levels. Okay, and then the fourth stage Arhat, the recovery is much, much faster than the other 3 stages of Arhatship. And then after that, it's much higher levels as well. So in Chan training, in Chan practices, you can see the differences at your skill level where you are. And cultivation makes a difference because what people fail to understand is that life is about recovery. People fail to learn how to recover. So in the Western cultures, we are obsessed with results, the numbers, the achievements. In Eastern culture, we put more emphasis on recovery. And that's part of that is Buddhist wisdom. As you get better, more skilled, you understand what I mean. Okay, 56. These and others acted as leaders of a countless number of medicine ruling spirits.
如是等而为上首，其数无量。
Okay, these big shots are just 10 of them listed here in the sutra, but there are countless big shots present when Shakyamuni Buddha explained the Flower Adornment Sutra. 58. And their natures were free from defilement, they graced all creatures with kindness.
性皆离垢，仁慈幼物。
Okay, so how did they become medicine ruling spirits? They ended up being medicine ruling spirits, okay, to help heal the world because they refine themselves and practice purity. They have no more defilements, meaning they have no more afflictions. Okay? And on top of it, not just only purity, but they also practice kindness and compassion towards living beings. And that's why they ended up in the healing profession. And that's what I really encourage you to go for career-wise, is that when you are able to have some real skills, one of the important things that we can contribute to society is to help heal people with their illnesses, and that's from kindness and compassion. Okay, 60 now. The next spirits are crop-ruling spirits. 61. Moreover, there were countless crop-ruling spirits.
复有无量主驾神。
We have mountain ruling, we have forest ruling, we have medicine ruling. Medicine ruling, and now we have crop ruling. Yeah. So look at that, the importance. You know, you have the big area, the mountain ruling. They have forest ruling. You have medicine ruling. Now you have crop ruling spirits. They rule over the 5 grains, the rice, sorghum, millet, wheat, and legumes, and edible crops. The edible crops are grown by people and they are watched over by these spirits. Actually, I saw a documentary from the Japanese. In Japan, they have this tradition. Before they plant the rice crop, they would go to the temple and invite the Japanese monks to go out in the field and recite sutras. Okay, that's a very strong tradition in Japan. And they still, actually, they're saying that when these Japanese monks, when they recited these sutras, whatever they did is actually they appeal to the crop spirits to help have a good harvest. Okay, and so that I was chuckling, to be honest with you. I said, "Wow, a Japanese monk praying to spirits. That is unimpressive, personally." Okay, why would a monk pray to a spirit? But actually, there's a wisdom in that, because they are crop-ruling spirits, and these crop-ruling spirits are actually big shots in Buddhism. Yes, one.
Master, there is on the pre-Columbian days in the Americas, the ceremonies were geared towards the spirits of the earth, or all of those things that I'm seeing right now, and
yeah. So there's some wisdom in the non-Buddhist religions as well, because I would not be surprised that, let's say, the Indians here in America, or in Mexico and Latin America, in the Mayas and so forth, actually they were influenced by the sages, when the bodhisattvas, to direct them to pray to particular spirits to help the crops, to help the fire, help the healing, and so forth. Otherwise, how would they know? And it worked. It really worked for them. You cannot laugh at them, because I'm pretty sure that they were educated, they were trained, they received help from the bodhisattvas. That's why it worked for them. Okay. And in my younger days, I used to frown at that. I said, this is superstition. No, at all. Now you look into this Avatamsaka Sutra here, you see that the world has so many aspects to life, to the universe, that you cannot think that you understand everything. And so, yes, there's some crop ruling spirits, and from today, I look back, I remember how I used to chuckle at the Japanese monk praying to a crop spirit, hoping for a good harvest of the rice field. I used to chuckle at that. Now I say, I was so stupid. Okay? These crop ruling spirits are actually Mahasattvas, are actually Buddhas in disguise. So when you pray to them, you get help for sure. That is wisdom. (63) Specifically, they were crop-ruling spirit, tender and delectable.
所谓柔软圣味主驾神。
What's tender and delectable? Before we find out what they are, huh? What do you like to eat? That's tender and delectable. Crops, they are tender and tasty. I don't know what's tender and tasty. Okay. 65, crop rolling spirit, pure light of seasonal blooms.
时华净光主驾神。
66, commentary, it regulate the timing of the blooming and also emit light. Okay, so why do you need to regulate for a timely blooming? Because you need to follow the seasons so that you can get the best harvest possible. Yes? So the timing matters. So the blooming is the key here. timing process. And of course, we don't understand, but I'm sure if you grow rice and you grow crops, then you understand the importance of blooming. 67, crop ruling spirit, robust strength.
色力勇健主驾神。
All right, commentary. Governs crops that give strong and robust bodies. Strong and robust bodies? What kind of crops is that? Gai lan? Huh? Yes, sir. Not maize. Too Mexican. Come on. Anyone else? What kind of crops are strong and have robust bodies? Why would you need to have a ruling spirit for that? Huh? Apparently you need a ruling spirit to watch over these crops. Sugarcane. Yeah? We consume a lot of sugar in this country. Without sugarcane, we'd be in big trouble. Nhân sao? She said ginseng as well. Ginseng dưới đất mà sao mà nó cần bảo vệ trên cờ, trên cây, trên không trên mặt đất á. This is talking about the crops that grow on top up there. She says, yeah, without their protection, their ginseng would be eaten by the bugs and the parasites. Yeah, probably true. Okay, strong and robust bodies. Okay, they need.
Tất cả đều phải có mấy vị thần này bảo vệ đó thầy. Lúa mình ăn cũng vậy đó.
It's interesting. I want to be honest with you. I used to chuckle at how the Japanese monks pray to the gods of rain, the gods of the sea, the god of rice harvest. I used to really chuckle at that and say, God, what kind of monk are you? But it worked for the Japanese. There's wisdom there. Like it or not. Okay, and now we're learning here that it's because of the bodhisattvas. Okay. 69, crop ruling spirit, increasing essence and energy.
增长精气主驾神。
Increasing essence and energy, the crops will increase in spirit and energy. Okay, so the kind of crops that we eat that will increase in spirit and energy, such as barley, yes. What else? Ginseng, She's crazy about ginseng. Okay, who else? Yes, sir. Maize. What else? Quinoa. And so forth. The crops that will increase in your spirit and your energy. All right, 71. Crop ruling spirit, universally producing roots and fruits.
普生根果主驾神。
Ginseng again. But here, this crop ruling spirit here, he's helping you do those things, but actually, secretly, this crop ruling spirit is helping you produce good roots and to be born in the Buddha's family. Buddha's family meaning what? Non-Christians. And attain the Buddha fruit. 73. Crop ruling spirit wondrously adorned circular cowl.
妙言还记主驾神。
74. You eat the crops and you get subtle and wonderfully adorned round jewel cow. Well, this is too much. You see, eat something and it grows. Your head has a bump. Look, Alung is so fascinated. He says, I don't know what they're talking about, but it sounds so fascinating. Hey boy, you eat these things, your head will have a cow here. It has a bump here in the middle. Huh? Right now you get a bump when mom hits you. 75. Crop rolling spirit, moistening pure flowers.
润泽净华主驾神。
76. The skin becomes moist. No, not most. Moist. Now with Anna is here, I feel so much pressure. Become moist and soft like pure lotuses. Okay? This has got to be the spirit that the Korean must practice, because the Koreans are so crazy about skincare. 77. Crop rolling spirit, accomplishing wonderful fragrance.
成就妙香主驾神。
Okay, 78. Commentary. This crop rolling spirit exude beautiful aroma. 79. Crop rolling spirit delighting the beholder.
见者爱乐主驾神。
It's something about the Buddhists that they have this concept about delighting the beholder. You know, for example, in the Asian virtues, when you want to have a daughter, then you want her to be this gift of when people see your daughter, they adore your daughter. So that's delighting the beholder kind of concept. It's not about pretty, okay? They're not looking to be pretty and great looks or sexiness. It's like people see your daughter and they like looking at the daughter. That's Asian culture. Now the Koreans call it what? Lily, what do you call that in Korea? What virtue is that? What happened to Clark? I want to ask him too. What virtue is that? Lily is like so in samadhi nowadays. Before, last year I would lecture and Lily would smile and that's master so funny. Now I crack jokes and Lily like a statue. Yes. So what do you call that? Delighting the beholder in Korea.
네, 한국에서는 딸을 낳으면은 살림 미천이라고 그래요. 그게 이제 무슨 소리냐 하면 살림이 늘어간다는 소리도 뜻도 되고, 또 이렇게 딸을 먼저 낳으면은 그 동양 사상에서는 아들을 선호하는데, 그게 이제 바꿔서 얘기하면 딸을 낳으면은 재산이라고 그렇게 얘기하는 뜻인 것 같습니다.
Don't overdo it, honey. I mean, you don't have to speak for the entire year. What did she say?
In Korea, sons they consider as the most important, but when we have a daughter, they think it helps for the family overall. It's add to the family's kind of like a property, like it's the family's getting more rich.
By having daughters?
딸을 갖는데 그렇게
Really?
하는가요? 정말입니까?
You prefer to have sons, but daughters will make you richer.
딸이 아들보다도 요즘에는 딸이 더 잘하고 요즘은 또 그 말하자면 은어랄까 그런 게 딸을 낳으면 비행기 탄다는 소리가 있습니다.
These days, Pastor, when you have a daughter, they said daughters take care of their parents better, and when you have a daughter, you ride an airplane.
You right. So Korean. Delighting beholder here to me is plastic surgery. Never mind. Too modern. She likes it too much, this woman here. She's too free. She's too carefree. I used to crack jokes, and she, Jin Xiang used to just sit there and totally unperturbed. Now she chuckles and just giggles. And crop ruling spirit, immaculate pure light.
离垢净光主驾神。
离垢净光. So eating crop here will make the body and mind become pure. Okay, next. 83. These and others acted as leaders of a countless number of crop ruling spirits, and they all had realized great happiness.
如是等而为上首，其数无量，莫不皆得大喜成就。
How interesting. So, 84, commentary. 10 representatives of countless leaders of crop ruling spirits. Okay? And what do they practice? Okay? What do they symbolize? What's important for living beings? Great happiness. When they get good harvest, but more than that, the food you eat is supposed to make you happy. How's that? The American food we eat, does it make us happy? Make us fat? Huh? Yes or no? Huh? I went to Korea for 5 weeks. I lost at least between 5 and 10 pounds, but I'm happier. It's true. See my face? See? I smile on my face, puff up, but see, that's my real face. Okay? So, the food you eat, the food you serve to people, and this is what happened to Xian Tong. This is when I need her here. Xian Tong, the food you cook, we serve to our people at the temple, supposed to make them happy, bring them great happiness. Isn't that interesting? I like this. This is fantastic. You know, because I am impressed by these great chefs. Why? Number one, because they manage chaos. The kitchen is one of the most chaotic things in the world. You have chaos, rampant chaos everywhere. Okay? And the chef has to be able to handle the chaos and manage chaos effectively. And on top of it, deliver a product that makes people happy. I've always been fascinated by that. Now I understand why. Because the food is supposed to make us happy. Is it safe to say that that's why male chefs are better than female chefs? No. Yes, Evan, go ahead. What? Sabina, whose side are you on? Now you get older and you're no longer on my side. Don't grow up anymore, honey. Yes, Evan.
Master, I was precisely seeing videos of in YouTube of different cultures in cooking in different countries, yes. And I feel a lot more safe to say that woman makes the difference on the human's belly, not man.
Humans what?
Belly.
Human's
stomach,
belly?
And stomach, that they make the difference.
It's so typical women to talk like that. But may I cite facts to you? That the great chefs, most of them are men. Most Michelin chefs are men. Very few female Michelin chefs. It's a fact. We're going to be here for a while, okay? Buckle up, Andres. Yes, 9.
Well, that's so interesting, isn't it? In a male-controlled world, men always get the best
It's not fair.
jobs.
You cannot talk like that. We can't help it. We better.
Oh, good luck, Master. I wish you well.
You realize that my disciples are predominantly females? 90% to the tomb? No rebellion, Sanghans. I would tolerate lay people, but not you. No, I'm trying to make a point here. How come, if we all agree that food, the important thing about food is, according to the sutra here, is to bring great happiness. This is why these crop ruling spirits decided to focus on as part of their accomplishment. They don't take it very lightly. I know we're being casual and joking about it. I'm trying to tell you, this is such an important part of life for us living beings. And that's why this crop ruling spirit says, whatever I do, it ends up with bringing great happiness to the people, to living beings. Absolutely. Okay? And that's my point, first of all. Please.
Good luck.
I blew it up. Now they don't listen anymore. Yeah, go ahead, 9. Not easy being honest.
Oh, Master, if you just look at the family unit, in most homes, who's cooking? Who's the one who feeds, who cleans, who takes care of? Who presses the husband's shirt or goes to the dry cleaner?
So true.
Finds the food
So true.
and makes a good meal to nourish the family.
Absolutely.
From an infant to adult.
Yes.
They go to college, they come back, you feed them again. And who has time and money to go to a restaurant, albeit 4-star, 5-star Michelin?
Are you done? 7. Go ahead, 7.
It's not relevant to it, Master. What I want to probably point out, I might be mistaken, but the happiness also entitles to healthy food brings also good health in your body, right?
Yes.
So that nourishing comes out also from
Yes.
our kitchens.
So true. Anyone else? Any other women? Man, are you going to just sit there and watch your master squirm? Yes, 1. Yes, let the women speak first. Yes, 1.
Mô Phật Thầy, theo con nghĩ trên cái thế gian này nói về ăn uống thì nó cũng giúp cho mọi người sức khỏe lắm. Giả tỷ ở trong gia đình có một người mẹ hoặc một người phụ nữ lo về ăn uống ngon lành đầy đủ thì tất nhiên giúp cho cả nhà ai cũng có hạnh phúc, ăn uống đều cảm giác vui vẻ. Cái đó là sự thật Thầy. Mô Phật Thầy.
I know I'm making faces, but I can't help it.
Master, so I know that the food is related to the health, and then I know that in every family, if we have the mother or the woman taking care of food and then bring the good food to the table, then for sure the family will be happy.
Okay, men disciples. Say something, anything. 2, yeah, 2.
Yeah, I don't really know how to cook very well, so anytime anyone cooks for me,
Are you helping? Are you trying to help? Are you helping them or helping me?
I don't know. I don't care if it's a man or a woman cooking. As long as the food's good, it's good.
You're not helping. Anyone else? Remember, I started today by saying loyalty matters to me. Anyone? Okay, I don't want you to get the wrong impression. Okay? It is true that the women fed the world. Okay? The world is fed predominantly by mothers, yes? And grandmothers. Let's be fair. Yes? Grandmothers and mothers. Yes? We all agree on that. Yes. However, as a result, are we happy or are we unhappy? I ask you, but predominantly, the people in the world, are they happy or unhappy? Well, you claim that you fed the world and make us happy, and I ask, okay, I hear you, it's a fact. So let me quote another fact. Is the world happy? Is Putin happy? Yes, 9. Now Sabina wants to jump in as well.
Well, Master, I'm sure that Putin has a chef, probably male. I rest my case.
It's too subtle of a point. The Asians don't get it. Yes, 7.
Well, Putin as well also is very corrupt and doesn't know how to express happiness, perhaps, because, like Vicky had said, he's probably fed by a male chef.
Okay, Ju Mountain Temple. The Koreans actually have a saying. Yes, Jumi. Jumi, of course, has an opinion when it comes to women's rights. Yeah.
Hello, Master.
Yes, are you loyal?
Yes, Master.
Remember, you want to be fourth stage Arhat or not?
I want it. 마스터 말씀하신 대로 미슐린 가이드의 큰 메인 셰프는 남자고 세상을 지배하는 건 뭐 대통령, CEO, CFO 다 남자가 많은데 그 남자를 지배하는 건 여자이기 때문에 세상을 지배하는 건 남자지만 세상의 실제 주인은 여자라고 생각합니다. Thank you, Master. I love Master.
This doesn't sound good. When she closes by saying, I love you, Master, you know. It's the previous part is no good.
Master, you're right. All the Michelin guide chef, they're male. President, CEO, CFO, they rule this world. But the women rule men. So the men appear to be the real owner of the world, but that's not true. The woman rules men.
Speaking from personal experience, she says. Okay, we move on. I can't win here, but I thought it was taking a stab. Lost cause. You men have no guts. I made my point. Women here have more spirits than you. Weak men. Disgusting. My generation men are strong, you know. We dare take chances. Okay, river ruling spirits. Okay, 686. Moreover, there were countless river ruling spirits.
富有无量主和神
Essential life-giving resource. River, water. Yes, 88. Specifically, there were river ruling spirit universally initiating swift currents.
所谓普发训流主和神
The spirit here causes rivers to run fast. Why? Okay, it causes the rivers to run fast. I have no idea. You have to go into hydrology and all this stuff. Okay, but apparently it's important. Remember, these are representative. Therefore, they represent the essential functions for the world. So, swift currents is important for life. 90. River rolling spirit, universally cleansing springs and torrents.
普结全间主和神
Okay, 91. They clear up the water flows. That's important. We need to clear the water. The one guy is to flow very fast. That helps clear it as well. But actually, you need also to cleanse the springs and the torrents. 92. River rolling spirit pure eyes apart from dust.
离尘净眼主和神
93. Ensure the spirit here ensures the water is pure like the clear eyes. So clearing the water seems to be the commonality. 94. River ruling spirit howling all throughout the 10 directions.
十方遍吼主和神
Commentary. Rushing water sounds like a roar of the beasts that can be heard in the 10 directions. So roaring sound. Okay. 96. River ruling spirit rescuing and protecting sentient beings.
救护众生主和神。
All right. So this spirit here made vows to rescue and protect living beings. No one dies, it falls into the water. Okay. So, help people, rescue people, prevent them from drowning. Versus there are a lot of rivers. There's spots where there are ghosts who will make you drown. Okay, quite commonplace. But so there's some spirits who will come to your rescue and protect you. Okay, 98. River ruling spirit, clear light devoid of heat.
无热净光主和神。
Commentary. The water is cool and refreshing, okay, and emits light. So you need physically, you need the water to help cool you down. That's important for us. Okay, it's one of the functions of water to help cool you down. 100. River ruling spirit, universally inspiring joy.
普生欢喜主和神。
101. Makes all sorts of living beings delightful. So they bring joy and delight in living beings by when they come to the river. Makes sense, right? You know, you walk over and see the river, all of a sudden you feel happy. Anyone? Huh? Yeah, you feel happy, relaxed, joyful. You realize it's because of this ruling, the river ruling spirit. Just the same, you come to our temple, you feel peaceful, you feel relaxed. It's the same thing. That's on purpose. Whereas this ruling spirit here in the river, you go to the river, you feel happy. You feel joyful. Yes? Now you see why. Now you understand why. And you go you come to our temple, you feel relaxed, you feel at peace, okay? Less stressed out. And you help out the kitchen. You feel joyful? What's so funny? Francis, speak. "102. River ruling spirit, supreme banner of vast virtue."
广德圣床主和神。
Okay, here commentary says cultivated vast virtues, superior like jewel banner. So this person, this spirit here, she cultivated vast virtues, and her virtues are superior like a jewel banner. Okay, 104. River ruling spirit, light illuminating all worlds.
光照普世主和神。
Okay, so 105, the light can shine throughout the worlds. Okay, so the reach here is very, very far beyond our world. Okay, her wisdom is beyond our worlds, meaning that she had to be practicing in so many worlds for her to be able to have the wisdom to reach those worlds. Okay? So this is a reminder that our practices cannot simply be refined to only the Saha world or the Western bliss pure land. It has eventually, you have to travel all over. Okay? That's why the word universal, we need to practice all over the universe. Don't be so narrow-minded. Okay? Do you hear that, Jumi? Okay? And river rolling spirit, radiant ocean of virtues.
海德光明主和神。
Commentary. Virtue as vast as the ocean, and because of that, it emits light. 108. These and others acted as leaders of a countless number of river-rolling spirits, and they all diligently resolved to benefit sentient beings.
如是等而为上首，有无量数，皆勤作义，利益众生。
So these are just representatives of countless leaders of river-rolling spirits, and they all resolved to benefit living beings and practice vigorously to benefit living beings. And that's it. So the rivers, rolling spirits, and the rivers are to benefit living beings. So that's the main function of rivers. And you get to be a river ruling spirit because your practice is primarily to benefit living beings. And you can choose to be a ruling spirit for the rivers, if you will. Okay? Just in case for future, career counseling. In the future, when you become bodhisattvas and mahasattvas, and you say, what am I going to do with my life? Okay? And now you can come to me and say, what is it you like to do? And I say, in that case, I'd like you to become a female river ruling spirit. Or a female crop ruling spirit. Okay. Any questions or comments? Yes, 7.
Master, I have a question. There are some spirits that might not spirits, but ghosts that are always going to be on the lookout for, doing something bad, right?
Yes.
That's why people get drawn or rivers or that.
Yes.
I do remember that my grandma used to call us when we used to be close to a river, and she would wash her clothes by the creek or the river. Everywhere, when she was done, she would be calling out our names, and we were already walking.
What?
And she would be calling out the names of all of us that were by the river.
Oh, the what?
The names of the people the kids that were around the river.
They were along the rivers?
Like for instance, she was done, we were all done, playing in the water and whatever.
Oh, she would call them by names.
And she will call our names to bring us out of the water. I don't know, the spirits of the water maybe? But she would call the names and say, hey, let's go, such and such, let's go. But we were already walking, but she already was calling the names of all of us.
Right.
And then later on we asked why.
Yeah,
and
why?
It is said that some spirits can scare you in the night, or you might change because there are so many things that can happen in the river, so in the water. So she rather calls out the names for everybody to come out. That
I
was
see.
and it was not a superstition to me. I think it made sense.
It made sense to you now. Oh, I see. I agree. It's she watching over you, and there might be river ruling spirits to benefit us, but also the karmic obstructions, karmic retributions as well, personal karmic retributions. So you have to take care of yourselves and take care of our own people. All right. Any other comments? Yes, 9.
Master, this is off topic. I was with my mother for about a week just recently, and she wasn't doing very well.
She wasn't?
She was not. And she seemed to have been going through a real difficult time. And then...
How old is she?
94.
94. Why would she be not doing well?
But then things sort of changed, and then she got better.
How old are you? Are you 90 yet? Huh? She's almost 80.
Huh?
She's almost 80.
So my mom started feeling better. However, about a year ago, she had a premonition that she was going to die soon. So
A year ago?
Pardon?
A year ago.
About a year ago. She saw butterflies on her pillow.
Is that a
And
monarch?
I'm sorry.
Is
there
it a
were
monarch
angels.
butterfly?
I'm sorry, I was wrong. They were angels the size of butterflies that were
Okay.
going around her pillow. And so,
Yeah, there are those. Yeah.
And then my mom
Some angels are that small.
in my mom's in our culture, Philippine culture, those things are signs.
Signs.
They believe
Omens. Yeah.
Omens. That means my mom is not one to have these kind of signs all the time, so it mattered to her. And so she's been thinking, my time's coming soon. So then she had this real rough moment a couple of weeks ago, and she thought, okay, here it is. Then I went to see her like the following week, and we had an appointment to go. She had an appointment to go to the doctor, and that morning, she said to me, "I had a dream." I said, "Well, what happened?" And she said,
what happened?
In the dream, someone was talking to her and said, "Your time is not now. Someone else died in your place." See, in the Filipino tradition, death comes in threes. In the community. So whenever anyone dies, you start counting. Okay, there's one. Who's number 2? Who's number 3? That's just what we do.
So 3 people will die in
Like
your
in a group.
communities.
At a time.
How did the Philippines become so well populated? You die so many of you. We
Catholic-
typically die one person at a time. In the
Catholic
Philippines,
country.
3 people at a time die.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyhow, my mom told me that, and I said, "Oh, well, that's kind of good, Mom." But because she had that omen before, she didn't want to believe it yet. And so then later on, I guess within a day or so, I said, "Well, Mom, you know that what your dream was, maybe it's true, because I started counting the people who had just died recently, and then while I was there during that week, someone else died." I said, "So that's number 3, Mom."
Oh.
What do you think? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, interesting Filipino superstition.
Is that a superstition? I don't know. But that's how we look at things.
But why
Just
is
like
it
Sherry.
3? I mean, it's just
know.
why won't be 4?
I don't know.
I don't want to pierce your balloons, but why stop at 3? This inflation's rampant nowadays. Yes, 4. See? 4.
Well, even here in the Western culture, for example, many believe 3 o'clock in the morning is witching hour, and that's like a bad time to be awake. And
Say what?
and as well, they say that witches come in 3 or
The witches come at 3 in the morning?
no, they come in 3.
Come in 3.
Yeah, so I don't know if that.
Yeah, yes, honey. She used to have invisible friends. Are they still around? Not anymore, right? Oh, thank you, Lord. Anna, I'm really worried now. I don't know why you guys believe in these arbitrary rules, 3, 4, 2, 1, and so forth. Seriously, why are you stuck on such numbers? Okay? I don't buy into those numbers at all. I feel that it's fun to talk about it in terms of culture, to spend time with people, but seriously, it's nonsense. But whatever it takes to help raise the spirits, your mom's spirit is a good thing to me. To me, it's called expedience. She buys into 3, then that's fine. But depressed people like me think of 4. So she's number 4, in other words. That doesn't help. I know. But there are lots of women in the world. Loyalty. Okay, we stop here today. Thank you all for your most generous female participation.